All right, everybody. Hello. And once again, you're here with Elton. And this is Elevation with Elton, where we grow together. No one is better than one another. We're all equally moving forward in our own way. So, with that said, you gotta do. You gotta like, you gotta subscribe, you gotta comment, you gotta share, you gotta do all the things to make the algorithm happy. Please do so. I'm trying to get the word out. I just need a little bit of help from you. That's it. It's not going to cost you a dime. However, check out solutionsclub.org. That's a new little social site that myself and my wife put together. And it's just a place to go be uncensored, be you, be who you are. We're not trying to compete with Facebook. We're not trying to compete with LinkedIn. We are a small knit community of people who are working together. Okay. So, with that said, today, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about doing things that make you better every single day. Guys, there is no time like the present to start doing you better. Every single day, we need to be better than we were yesterday. Now, understand that's a cliche that a lot of people use, but it's not really a hard task to do. Do you read? Read a book that will better you, not just a novel, not just a fantasy, not a romance book. That might make you better though, but we won't get into that topic. But read something that will increase your mental awareness, increase your intelligence, increase your knowledge about what's going on in the world. If you're not a reader, watch a video. Watch something that teaches you how to do something you don't know how to do already. Or maybe you do have a skill and you just go learn more about your specific trade or skill. We have to be increasing our mental capacity every single day. Make it fun, make it something you enjoy, or make it a challenge and do something you've never done before. Okay. Because if we're not using our brain, everybody already knows we don't use the full capacity of our brain anyway. I've heard everything from 10% to 30% to, whatever. But whatever amount we're using, if we keep challenging ourselves, we keep promoting ourselves, pushing ourselves, I should say, to educate and enlighten our minds. Okay, now we're not talking all the metaphysical stuff and knowing how the stars align and all that. If that is what you're into, though, expand on it. If you're more a science based person, expand on it. Okay, get in, dig in, learn what you want to learn, but make sure you're learning something new every day. Guys, even one little fact, knowing that, hey, how many of you guys have thought about the fact that you sleep for a third of your life? Some of you guys might know that. Some of you might have just said, whoa, wait a minute, do I? Yes, you're told that you need 8 hours of sleep. I don't know who came up with that topic and who came up with that rule, but you have 24 hours in our day. And if you sleep for 8, you've slept a third of your day. Then you eat, even if it's only an hour a day. Okay, that's 9 hours of your day that is gone. Okay, then you go ahead and, they say you got to spend time with your loved ones and your family. And that is true. I believe that. But here's the thing, why not spend time with your loved ones and family doing things to progress you guys forward, be it business, be it learning something, whatever it is, do that. So maybe that's what you guys have learned today. Learn one thing every single day, at least. Push your brain to do what it's supposed to do. So we're not going to be here long on this one because you're all smart. You know how to educate yourself. You know that the things you don't know. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy, but you know what you want to learn. You know there's goals out there that you want to achieve, and you can only do it by learning how to do it. For example, a lot of you guys don't know how to use AI other than to generate some pretty pictures. Guys, AI is so much stronger than that now. But maybe you don't know that. So maybe you go delve into even just a little bit. How do I make my pictures better? How do I learn to use AI to make me emails that will sell the products that I'm selling? How do I use AI to respond to people? Okay. And how do I use AI to benefit and free up my time so that I can spend more time with my family, so that I can not be as tired, so I don't need as much sleep? It all wraps back together, guys. You know that. But anyway, so go out, learn something, figure out what it is that you want to get better at. Every day, do something to be better. So, what do I need you to do? Okay, when we do these, guys, I need you to do a call to action. Okay, I need you to do activities based around what we talk about. That's the only way you're going to get it in there and sink it into our brains that this is something we have to do. So, all I want you to do is write down a list of things you would like to learn more about. Really simple. It doesn't have to be computers, it could be gardening. It could be building construction. It could be working on cars. It could be whatever you want it to be. And every day you pick one of those topics and you learn something within that field, whether it's reading a book, watching a video, reading a blog, whatever it is, learn something in that category. The next day, go to a different category. That way you never get bored. Okay. You're constantly learning, you're constantly challenging yourself, and you're keeping that thing in between your two ears active, which, from what I'm told, another thing we can learn today, the more you use your brain, the less likely you are to get Alzheimer's and dementia. Okay. We all know those are things that you really don't want to deal with. But is it 100%? It is maybe right now from who told me and where I read it at. But next year, they got a different study, says a different thing. But for right now, we know that educating yourself and enhancing your knowledge is always going to be good for you. And remember, everybody, once you learn it, it's a skill that they can't take away from you. Okay. So you can always have knowledge, which even if you're a carpenter and you lose your hands, you can still teach the knowledge that you have in your head. Build your head, build your knowledge base, build your skill level. Simply make a list and learn in that list every single day. Learn something new. So, again, you know how it works. Like, subscribe, comment, share, then do it all over again. I'm just kidding, guys. If you do it twice, that's great. But please just comment, share, like, subscribe, and tell some people about this. We're trying to help everybody. Okay? So we will see you guys on the next video. And until then, always remember, we elevate together, we grow together. Nobody is better than the other. This has been another video episode of Elevation with Elton. Hope to see you on the next one.